Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Sopadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayadam Surado Pangor Mama Manta Matergati Matsarvasya Padam Bhojav Radha Madana Mohana Divyat Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadaka Srimat Ratnakaro Simhasanostau Srimat Radha Srila Govinda Devo Preste Libi Sevyamano Smarami Sriman Rasarasarambi Vamsi Vatatatastita Karshan Venusvanair Gopir Gopinatha Shriyastunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadaribhasya Kripa Sindhibhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swaminiti Namine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarne Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namasreshtam Manumapi Satchiputram Atra Swarupam Rupam Tasyagrajam Urupurim Madirim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivaram Ahoradhika Madhavasam Prapto Yasya Pratidvasti Gurum Tam Natosmi Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So now today we are going to hear about the great devotee and a chaste lady who is none other than our dear Kunti Maharani. So for us, we need to learn a lot from Kunti Maharani because we are devotees and we want to follow Sri Dharma also, right? She is perfect example for both. She is a great sati and she is a great devotee. So in Bhagavatam, in the first canto itself, there are so many prayers in Bhagavatam. The first and most important prayer is Kunti Maharani's prayer. Before Kunti Maharani, Sukadeva Goswami, Arjuna, and Uttara, all of them, they prayed to Krishna. But those prayers are simple prayers, not like great exalted prayers like Kunti Maharani prayers. So in ISKCON, Kunti prayers are very much important, and you might have, you can see in YouTube lots of glorifications about Kunti Maharani and prayers. Prabhupada wrote a book, Teachings of Queen Kunti. So we have Prabhupada and our Guru Parampara has enough given importance to Kunti Maharani. When Prabhupada writes about Kunti Maharani and Pandavas, Kunti Maharani prayer starts in third chapter of first canto. So before one verse, Prabhupada is describing Pandavas and Kunti Maharani as chaste devotees. What it means to be chaste devotees. First, we have to explain this and then go further. See, chastity means we all know. The wife follow this vow of dedicating herself to only her husband. That is chastity. So when devotees come, they dedicate their devotion only to Krishna, and in all circumstances, in all ups and downs, they depend only on Krishna. And they don't have anybody else. So Prabhupada gave them, mentioned them. There is a word called pure devotees, Shuddha Bhaktis, and many descriptions are there. But here he says chaste devotees. So I like this word. Prabhupada describing chaste devotees means that at any point of their life, they don't leave Krishna. They practically, Pandavas and Kunti Maharani together, they practically lived a life full of sacrifice. Okay, so now I was thinking about one thing, like if suppose we all became Krishna devotees, pure devotees, and Krishna says, okay, um, devotees, so I'm going to perform my pastime. So again, maybe Mahabharata. So if he asks you, okay, which role would you like to take? A question, imagination. This is an imagination. I was imagining this situation. If Krishna asked, which role would you like to take? I was thinking about, especially about Kunti Maharani. I said, I cannot. You see, why? Because, we cannot imagine how Kunti Maharani underwent so much calamities in her life. And we have never seen that she's lamenting anywhere or, like other family members. Like if you see Gandhari, how she wasn't. Kunti was. You cannot see any negative reactions in her life throughout her life. No negative reactions. No jealous. No envy. So Kunti is a powerful yogi, we can say. Very powerful. But still she says, I'm a mere female. So you humble. In her prayer, she says that I cannot understand you only. Great yogis and munis cannot understand you. I am a simple female. How I can understand you? But she is aunt of Krishna. Aunt of Krishna, but never claimed that, I am your aunt, but why you are putting us into so much calamities? Not even a single word came from her life, or never demanded the Lord that why we are like this. Throughout life, from the beginning till our end, there is no happiness in our life. So if a question comes, if we are daring to take any role in like Kunti Maharani, people like me may say, no, 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 I cannot. That much painful. So I was thinking, thinking, thinking about her, glorifying her, and cannot imagine how she underwent. Though she is a queen, she was born in a palace, princess. And also I compare her life with the other ladies whom we were all talking. You see, we were talking about Devhuti. The problem were there. Like she was a princess. Then later she married to get the money. Part of her life was like hard work, neglect of her husband. She was working hard, but it is not a calamity. It is not a problem. It is not a danger in her life. And after that, husband understood her, and then life was smooth. Fine, so great. You see, yeah, Sita Mata, we are not comparing because Sita Mata's life is also full of suffering. You take Damayanti's life also. She underwent problem, then later her problem solved. We take Savitri. Yeah, husband died, and then she fought with Yamaraja and then brought back, and life was smooth. So many Suganya got married to an old man. Then by her purity and chastity, old man become young man. But if you see Kunti Maharani's life, there is not even a part of life where, okay, now she's peaceful. Even after the war, everything is done. When Yudhishthira Maharaja started ruling the kingdom, when Gandhari and Dhritarashtra went for renounce the world, she also went along with them and did tapasya and went back. So there is no where in her life that okay, this period of time Kunti Maharani had a nice life. No period like that in her life. I was specifically thinking about this. Okay, all other ladies, chaste ladies whom we were discussing, they all had one part of life they had a problem, then it got solved, then they had a peaceful life. But Kunti Maharani's is a life of sacrifice, you can see. So we will go through her life and understand her mood and how she behaved, what are all the greatness and how that's why she could pray in an exalted way in her Kunti Maharani's prayers. If you recite every day, it is very great, and she could. That is the ultimate, right? Whether we are in happiness or in distress, we should become great devotees. We should become. We should purely love Krishna. That she did. Whatever the life condition may be, her devotion is pure. So we'll start our life history. We all know, but we have to focus that how she behaved in each situation. So that we have to give attention. So when she was young, very, very beautiful, world beauty again. Very beautiful lady, but she was given as a gift to a childless king, Kunti Boja. She was sister of Vasudev, um, daughter of Surasen. So Surasen's friend Kunti Boja didn't have any children, so she was given. And so her name is Kunti. Otherwise, her name is Prita. So she was with love and affection. She was growing. When she was a young lady, means around 16 years like that, Durvasa Muni came to the palace, to the kingdom of Kuntipoja. Here, the important point is most of the time, Durvasa curses. Always famous for cursing. He doesn't go along with anyone. That is famous for. But two persons won the heart of Durvasa. That is, one is Kunti Maharani, another is Srimati Radharani. Only these two were exceptions in Durvasa's life. So Durvasa is a very tough person, very tough candidate to handle. Because she is a chaste lady, chaste devotee, Kunti Maharani, she could handle Durvasa. If we can handle some tough conditions in our life, that is because of the connection with the Supreme Lord. Only devotees, if you see the life of Prabhupada, he gives prompt answers, prompt solutions to tough problems, correct solutions. He gives perfect answers. How? Because he was Prabhupada is a pure devotee. So his connection with God is Krishna is very perfect. So he was able to handle. This is also another reason that Queen Kunti was successful in handling Durvasa. So Durvasa Muni's testing was like this. He used to come if to take care of Durvasa Muni was the service given to Kunti Maharani. So he had lots of disciples. He would say to Kunti Maharani that he would come for lunch. She would prepare lunch, he may not come. Okay, then I will say that I will not come, he will come. So somehow, in all this changing of decisions, if that happens in our life, we will chastise the person. You told you didn't come, or you told you are not going to come, but you came, I will not give you anything. That will be the reaction of today's ladies, or we will give, oh, I'm busy, sorry, you didn't mention, you didn't inform me. But here, she was trained in that. Being a princess, she was trained in taking care of guests. That is the women should develop this quality. When somebody comes, we have to say, come, give them a seat, give them water, and then ask them, how can I serve you? Shall I give you something to eat? Anyone comes to your house, devotee, non-devotee, anyone come to the house. We have to offer them water, give them something to eat, ask them, how are you? How I can serve you? Anything. So this is the way. This is very important for to be hospital. Like we have to show our hospitality. So it should not be artificial. It should be real. We have to take care. That should be, you should take care of guests. So that Kunti Maharani did very nicely, very nicely. So Durvasa was very highly pleased. He can see the future. So he saw that Kunti Maharani's future is childless, that she may not have child. So he said he was very pleased. So he gave this, okay, it will be helpful. So he taught her one mantra. So that he said, you can invite any demigod and by his blessing, you can get child. You can invite any demigod. So she is very young. This is the one mistake which she made. It's for throughout her life she suffered for that mistake. It's not that by doing the mistake then leave it and then remain guilt free. She received the mantra and she being very young, young, they don't have brain. So will this work? Durvasa left, so she was having that mantra, learned that mantra, and she thought, will this be true? Let me check. So this is the behavior of young girls. They don't know what is happening in the society. They just go according to their fickle-mindedness. But Kunti Maharani's life was designed by Krishna. So to give an example that, young girls may commit mistakes in their life. So it's a mistake of invoking sun god. The mantras never fail. If you recite Vedic mantras, you need rules and regulations. You need to be very careful. That's why Karma Kanda is very, very difficult to perform. Bhakti Yoga is easy to perform. Bhakti Yoga doesn't have side effects. Karma Kanda has side effects because that motivation is different. So we need to find out the difference between Karma Kanda and Bhakti Yoga. In Karma Kanda, we recite Vedic mantras perfectly without mistake. Then we enjoy the fruits, material fruits. But in Bhakti Yoga, no side effects. It's like, Ayurvedic. No side effects. Natural, organic, no side effects. What you get is always full of, good only. But Karma Kanda is not like that. You do and it happens, and then later you cannot back up. Sun God came and he said, I have to fulfill the purpose you called me. So the demigods are there and they perform their duties every day. One day sun doesn't say, I am in holiday. No, sun comes, moon comes, according to their calculation, everything goes on perfectly in this universe. Okay, have you ever seen that? Oh, I'm taking rest today. Okay, wind god says, no, I want to relax today. So he has to go. All these demigods, they are performing their duties as dictated by the Supreme Lord. So this mantra means that she has to receive a child. No go. She's young, she cannot understand what is the consequences. She's crying now. No, 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 don't do this. I am unmarried girl. How I can lead my life if you give a child to me? Then sun god says that don't worry, it's not by physical union. You will have your virginity and purity. You will have a child through your ears. That's why the name Karna came. The child will be born through your ears. So don't worry. So he gave. What she will do, the child, beautiful child with all kavach and kundal by birth, with very heavy heart. Which is very difficult to do that decision, but she has to. So she kept the child in a basket and sent it through Ganges. But later the child became Karna. She know this is my child. Every mother knows the child. From that day onwards, the guilt feeling never went out of her heart. She was crying for that child. Mother is a mother. Her life, the problem started from there. Then she got married to Pandu in a Swayamvar. Swayamvar was arranged. Pandu is great among the three brothers, Dhritarashtra, Pandu, Vidura. Pandu was the best one. Very heroic. So she got a nice husband, but no enjoyment. Zero enjoyment. As soon as she got married, he again went for maybe, I don't know how long she was with her husband. Immediately he went to conquer the whole world. He was kept on achieving. And after that, Bhishma Pitama told that you have to get one more wife. So he got married. You see, these things are unimaginable for present day ladies. Have to present day lady, will she admit, okay, second, my husband is marrying another woman? No, no way. Then immediately maybe some big calamity may happen or fight may happen and break. This is in the Satriya life. Polygamy is accepted uh, in the Vedas, in the Vedic tradition. The man can marry, women cannot marry, man can marry as many as that to a Kshatriya, but here only two marriages. Madri came. So two wives. Pandu had two wives, Kunti and Madri. So now another problem came into their life. That Pandu got a curse from a rishi. When Pandu went for an hunt, he killed a deer. When the deer was having a union with his she deer. It's only animal, but later he could understand that it is not an animal, it's a rishi who was having union with his wife, and both of them died and giving a curse. When you attempt to touch your wife, you will lose your life. Now, for a Kshatriya, producing the children is another important duty, because you know how the uh, mm, kingdom will go on. They should have children. Otherwise, the parampara, kingly dynasty, how it can continue. So it was a big uh, curse for him, because Dhritarashtra was blind. So he was not appointed as king. Pandu was king, but he got this curse. So he got really unhappy. So he thought, okay, let me renounce the world. Let me go. Let me go to forest and do tapasya. But that is also not possible. Now, this Kunti and Madri said, we will come with you. You cannot leave us and go. So both of them accompanied him. There also in the forest, he led a very simple life, Vanaprastha life. In young age, performing Vanaprastha is very difficult and it is very contradictory also. Still, he was performing as much as possible. When the Rishi Munis, he saw some Rishi Munis were ascending to go back home, back to Godhead, he wanted to accompany them to do furthermore tapasya and leave the world. But they didn't allow him to travel because he had two wives and they were traveling through Himalayas. So all these conditions, climatic conditions, and this is a path of austerity which you cannot. So they said you cannot come. Then Pandu was thinking that I don't have children, so how I can leave and nobody is there to perform final rites or final thing for me. So I need to have children. Then he found out that Kunti has the mantra to produce children. Then he said, he requested Kunti that, invoke demigods and get children. Kunti said, that is impossible for me because it looks unchaste act for Kunti. But Maharaja Pandu convinced her that in a kingly society, one can get children. If they don't have children, they can invoke or they can take the help of some rishi munis or demigods to get children. And in that way, you are not losing your chastity with the permission of your husband. So likewise, both decided and he said first invoke Dharmaraja. So Yamaraja. So he got Yudhishthira. Second, uh, Vayudev and wind god. So they got Bhima. Third, Indra. So they wanted a very wonderful, strong, uh, empowered personalities. So they were qualified to get such a children also. Though, so the Shastra says, um, though they are given as children by the demigods, they are considered as Pandu's children only. If some childless couple pray to some demigod and they get children, then it is their children, not that particular demigod's children. So some atheist people or some different anti devotees, they say that Pandavas should not fight for their kingdom because they are not children of Pandu. In Kshatriya, like in the Shastra, it is said that if a Kshatriya, if a king doesn't have children, they can do Putra Kameshti Yagya or take blessings or request Rishi Munis to give them children. So such a system was there. In such a system only, Pandu was born. Pandu was born to Vyasadev. So it is fine that they can invoke the mercy of demigods and get. Kunti was not happy in that also. You see, a woman, she wanted children from Pandu. But the situation forced her to take children from the demigods. So three children happened. So her co-wife, Madri, also wanted to have children. So Kunti said, okay, fine. I teach you the mantra, you invoke the demigod. And she was very intelligently, Madri, very intelligently invoked. She know that Kunti may not permit me to have two or three more children. So let me invoke Aswini Kumar's twin demigod so that I will get twins. So she got twin children. So the life goes, they have five children, beautiful, very strong, excellent children. Here also a little bit smoothly it went. They were celebrating birthday of Arjun. It's see that also you see Kunti Maharani on that life little bit some happiness was there, but mm, fate destroyed everything. Now Pandu got attracted to Madri because Madri was very attractively dressed. So Pandu went outside with Madri. So the nature was so pleasant and he wanted to have. Then Madri was trying to remind him of the curse, but nothing worked. So when he attempted to have union with Madri, he left the body. That's it. Now, when Madri cried loudly, the happy situation suddenly changed into a great suffering. For a woman, husband death is the greatest suffering. Above that, nothing is there. For any woman, husband's death is the end of life. That's why many women they perform they in the olden days. They enter into fire. So now Kunti's condition is even more suffering because she cannot die also. She wanted to die. She said, Madhuri, she got this, in this occasion also, Kunti Maharani remained very balanced. So she was, okay, she could have, cursed Madhuri because of you only it happened. She was a bit angry, not very, very angry, but she was a bit angry. And so why you did this? So she said to Madhuri, let me die with my husband. Madhuri said, it is my mistake, so let me die. So when they were conversing, the one truth was identified. What truth is that? Who will die with, who will go in the funeral fire of Pandu? Who will go? That time Madhuri was telling, you see, I'm an ordinary woman, not exalted lady like you. You are an exalted devotee, an exalted devotee who is having good qualities. I will see difference between my children and your children, but you will not see. You see, she has identified that greatness in Kunti Maharani. That's why you have to live and take care of the children. Because when children are there, the woman should not perform sati. Woman should not die with the husband. That was there. So here, anyone should live. That's the Rishi Munis in the forest, they were telling. Anyone should live. Who is that? Then Madhuri said, it should be Kunti. Kunti, if by dying you end the problem. In one way, death is good because there ends. Pandu went to heavenly planets, Madhuri followed, and then there ends. But their problem starts for Kunti Maharani. When they came back, see, when all the rishis were there in the forest, they were with the devotee association, right? Great rishis, munis were there, they performed everything and then took everybody, five Pandavas and Kunti Maharani, also Bhishma Dev came and then the whole family were, when they came to Astinapur, Kunti Maharani had a very bad comment how these children came. Everybody know Pandu had a curse. Then the Rishi Munis proved that these children are Pandu's children. Then when Rishi Munis say declare something, then it should be accepted. You see, again, Kunti Maharani's condition was very, very pathetic. In the palace, in Astinapur, partiality. Now Dhritarashtra is too much attached to his 100 children. And Duryodhana was so envious of the strength, the power, the knowledge of the Pandavas. Pandavas are exalted, and these the 100. Duryodhana's brothers, Duryodhana Kauravas, they were not so great. So naturally, when great persons are there, when ordinary persons are there, envy will develop. So envy, well, it is very difficult to lead a life of envy. If somebody is envying us, it is very embarrassing, very difficult to. So that difficulty she was undergoing with five small children. The Bhishma Dev was there to balance everything. Bhishma Dev was so much supportive. Vidura was so much supportive. In a family, everybody is happy, right? Now, the Dhritarashtra is there. Gandhari and her children, they are like family, right? But here she doesn't have a husband. There is no such thing. Okay, she could have, like in modern lady means she would have gone back to her parents' house. No? This happens here. No? And parents are rich, they go back there. They don't live in in-laws place. But that is not the tradition. Tradition is that you have to live, even if the husband leaves, you have to live with the in-laws family. Kunti Maharani followed that. Otherwise, she could have gone to Vasudev, Surasen. No. She lived here, underwent all partiality treatments, underwent all the problems given by Duryodhana. From the beginning, Duryodhana never liked Bhima because Bhima was very, very strong. Very strong that he couldn't like it only. So first thing, whatever they did for them, they have to undergo one by one, so many problems. So first thing is he was fed with poison. Who is the sufferer? When the children are suffering, the father is not there to support. Mother is the first person to suffer. So imagine the condition of Kunti Maharani. Every day some calamity would happen. Every day some problems will come. These children are very good children. They are very strong and very powerful, but they are abusive children. So every day she has to undergo all these things, then tolerate them, educate the children. So when Bhima was poisoned, but it was very good for them. By taking poison, he went to Nagalok and received more power from the ancestors and then came back with more strength. Again, they were into Gurukul. There again, Arjuna excelled everybody. And he became the dear student of Dronacharya. Though Dronacharya didn't like his own son, Ashwadhama, but he liked Arjuna very much. Why? Because he followed his words perfectly, perfect disciple. He gave what great Guru Dakshina also Arjuna gave, that Dronacharya wanted Drupada to be arrested. So he arrested Drupada and gave him. So we can see all these things like how Pandavas grown up in a situation of partiality and problems. Then when they grow up also, um, 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 Duryodhana made a plan to burn them alive. But because of the uh, arrangement of Vidura, they escaped that lack house. Here also one more, Kunti Maharani was, that time she was with them in the forest. So she accompanied them in the forest. There also one thing happened, that it is Ekachakra, where in Ekachakra village they stayed, they were disgusted then themselves as Brahmanas, not as Kshatriyas. They were hiding themselves as Brahmanas. For sometimes they don't want to show their identity. They pretended that they died in the lac house. When they lived in Ekachakra, uh, they lived in a Brahmin's family. Everybody know this story. But here the point is uh, that Bakasura, every day the Bakasura of that village, Asura, he eat one person from each house. Now, the Brahmin's house where these Pandavas and Kunti Maharani were staying, that house turned. So one member should go. So the family members were discussing among themselves who has to go. Then Kunti Maharani was hearing those conversation, and she went and told that let my son, one of my son, go. They said, you are our guest. We cannot send you. Your children. How I have five children, five sons. She says, which mother can say, even if somebody is having 100 children, one cannot, when one lady, one mother cannot, will not lose any one child, right? No? Even if we have 100 children, losing one child, one son is difficult. But she boldly said, you don't worry, let my one of my son goes. Still, they don't, you see the culture of, this is the Vedic culture. You are our guest, protecting you is our dharma. So we will not agree. Then she says, I'm 100% sure my son will kill that Rakshasa. You don't worry. So she's such a strong mother also. She was very confident. She was not afraid that my son will, kill that first demon. So Bhima kills that demon, that Asura, Bakasur. So slowly everybody come to know that it's, will a Brahmin kill a Asura? So in the village definitely some gossips may arise. So immediately after killing that they leave that village. Then later Arjuna won the Swayamvara of Draupadi. Here also Mother Kunti's made a instruction or made a blessings to it, which is also like it's very painful for Draupadi. Arjuna won Draupadi in the Swayamvara, but when he came to the house, Arjuna said, "Oh mother, I brought a gift. I won a gift. What should I do?" Then, without seeing the gift, she replied, "Divide among four, among five. You brothers divide among whatever you won." Because here he didn't say that I won a girl. Then when she came out and saw that it is a beautiful girl, Draupadi, then Yudhishthira Maharaja says that whatever came from mother's mouth should be taken. We will divide Draupadi among us, ourselves. Uh, so this is, I explained all these things in the Draupadi lecture, but still again I can explain that Yudhishthira Maharaja never sees something adharma. He says, I don't see anything adharma in that. To marry, all the five marry one girl. In exceptional cases where the brothers are very cooperative, it can happen. But again, there are so many reasons why Draupadi Panchali married five. She's not a one person. She's a multiple personality. So each personality married each um, Panduputra. So it is justified that Draupadi is a chaste lady, and with the approval of the Supreme Lord, she got married to five men, but still she is glorified as a chaste lady. There is no doubt about it. She is pure. So now this is understood, but Drupada couldn't understand this. Then later, Vyasadeva explains this to him, then he gets okay. Now you see, again, when they came back to Hastinapur, again the partiality, all this politics started. Then Dhritarashtra gave them kingdom. Again, here also they lived a very short life, where in Indraprastha everything went well, but again, because of the envious dealings of Duryodhana, they were placed into that dice game. In dice game, you have to see now what happened with Draupadi. Dice game is the biggest calamity happened in Pandava's life. Draupadi underwent a very big event in her life, very bad event. But Krishna rescued. Krishna came there, immediately to protect her. Again, even after that, again they went for again dice game. Again, they lost their everything, and then again they told to leave for forest for 12 years. In this 12 years, Kunti didn't accompany them. Only Draupadi and Pandavas. But imagine a mother cannot be happy in palace without children. And children are in forest. So all through the life problem only. She has to be in the palace with the Duryodhana party. Though she never had any fightings with Gandhari and Dhritarashtra. She had a very respectable relationship with them. Again, they came back 1 year of Agyadavas, means they have to live a life without anybody notice. You have to live in disguise. So that was also a big problem for Pandavas. They lived in Virat days. Draupadi had a problem with Kichaka. Bhima killed. So after that, they asked for 5 house, at least 5 village, 5 house. Nothing was given. So, okay, fight. Kurukshetra fight. So here also, you see, Kunti Maharani had to be in the Hastinapur only with all this group. Here, when this happened, when the war was declared, first time, she boldly went to Karna to tell him that Karna, she boldly told Karna, I am your mother. Yudhishthira and all these Pandavas are your brothers. You don't be there. You come back to us. Krishna tells Karna, here is a kingdom. The whole definitely when Yudhishthira Maharaj know that you are his elder brother, he will give you the kingdom. You come. No. When God comes and tells you, when mother comes and tells you, two authorities, but still somebody is very much towards his friendship and promise which he committed to Duryodhana. You see his fate. There is a chance, like Vibhishana had a chance to surrender to Lord Ram. He left brother, kingdom, everything, and surrendered to Lord Ram. Here, this fellow Karna didn't surrender to Krishna and Kunti Maharani. Anyway, but when Karna died, Kunti Maharani cried profusely. Mother, no. Then when everybody performed final rites for a whole family member, she instructed Yudhishthira to perform final rites, this ritual for in Ganga to Yudhishthira also. Then Yudhishthira said, why? Why I should do? That time Kunti revealed. Throughout her life, she kept this. Keeping something in the heart is a heavy burden. It won't allow a lady to sleep, peaceful sleep. No peaceful sleep for her. So when she told Yudhishthira, then Yudhishthira, that time there was a curse given. Yudhishthira was always peaceful, always a shant person. But he was very upset with the mother, and then he cursed the women population. Okay, women cannot keep any secrets. So Mother Kunti kept that secret means it's a pain. There is no one to share. Where she will share. I know everybody knows that her nephew is Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. She knows that he knows. But still carried the pain throughout her life, throughout her life. Finally, okay, now everything is settled. They have forgiven the worst person, this Ashwadama, who put twice the Brahmastra. They forgiven. Okay, everything is over now. Finally, also he wanted to kill Uttara's son Parikshit Maharaj in the womb. Now Krishna, when he was about to leave, this Brahmastra is coming. Now Uttara came running to Krishna saying, Krishna, please, even if you don't protect me, no problem, but you please protect my child. She's surrendering. Pahi Pahi Mahayogin. Deva Deva Jagatpate. Please protect. I surrender unto you. Please protect my son, my child. Then Krishna protected Parikshit Maharaj from the Brahmastra of Ashwadama. When he is about to leave, then Kunti Maharani started praying. The prayers are so wonderful, so wonderful. It's with full of realization. Even yogi munis cannot do this. This pure prayers cannot come from yogis and rishis. She's above all. So you can see that every verse of Kunti Maharani's prayers, I have done separately Kunti Maharani's prayers, so I'm not going so deeply into these prayers. But certain things, certain important points we will cover and take that only one verse, which is the most important verse of our prayer, and then end the class. Okay, so she she is in the motherly affection with Krishna. Like a mother. Aunt is like a mother. But never enjoyed the motherhood also, right? Being always separated. So she was glorifying. Mother cannot pay obeisances from, so being, Krishna may be embraced. Always Krishna paid obeisances to Kunti Maharani because aunt. But she knows that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead also. So she starts her prayer not from the, that's why the Acharya says that in that prayer, Nama Pangaja Nabhaya, Nama Pangaja Maline, Nama Pangaja Netraya, Namaste Pangajangre. She's starting from the navel, not from the lotus feet. This is the reason Prabhupada says that because she is an aunt to Krishna, so she cannot start from the lotus feet. So she is glorifying Yashoda, Devaki, and she's saying that I'm being a woman, I cannot understand you. I'm a simple woman, how I can understand you? So here, she says that you have protected us from all the dangers. We were poisoned, we were harassed, we always underwent partialities, we went to forest. So in all this, in the Kurukshetra war, he protected Arjun like anything. All the Pandavas were protected by the Lord. So she was, in a few verses, she says that you protected us from all calamities. So Krishna says, so now everything is solved, I'm going, Krishna says. Now she says, let the calamities be there. You don't go. Vipata shantita shashvat tatra tatra jagat koro bhavato darshanam yakshyat apunar bhavadarshanam. Oh Lord, let there be calamities in my life. Let me cry throughout my life. And cry for you. Cry so that you come and protect us. So calamities are happily welcomed, but you don't go out from us. Separation is even more painful. We are ready to undergo any kind of calamities again and again. Vipata shantita shashvat tatra jagat. Let the calamities come into our life again and again, no problem. Please let them come. Which prayer can you in throughout Bhagavatam or throughout any Puranas, Idihas, no devotee has prayed like this. Have you ever seen any devotee? Devotees say, na janam na janam na sundarim. We don't want wealth. We don't want to go to heavenly planets. So we don't have any desire, material desire. Don't give us liberation. All these things are okay. But we haven't come across a prayer where somebody is praying, you give us problems only. It's very daring prayer. For this, she should be glorified like anything. This is the greatest lady, very strong lady. If she says, I am a simple lady, she's not a simple lady. Very, very high level, elevated, great, chaste devotee who has the guts, who has the strength to ask, you give me only problems in my life. We cannot imagine this condition. It's beyond our imagination. We don't adjust with the smallest discomfort in our life. No, we are like that. Smallest discomfort, we stop chanting. We stop going for Mangalarti. We stop many things. We always criticize the surroundings. She says you give us problems. So this is the greatness of Kunti Maharani. No other devotees ever prayed. Many devotees they pray, okay, you please don't give us money, name, fame. We don't want even liberation. So like that, these are all exalted prayers. But this is above that because she's saying we underwent problems. In all those problems, you were there, helped us. Again, we are ready to face problems. You be with us. You give us problems. No, she's not asking, be with us. You give us more problems. We will come to you again and again, and then we will not see birth and death. So she says, let my devotion flow like Ganges flowing towards the ocean. This is also a very beautiful verse. All the verses are very beautiful. So, Tvaime Ananya Vishaya Matir Matipate Sakrit. Ratim Udvahatat Adda Gange Voham Udanvati. This verse is like, let my devotion. Above that, she's saying, you see, no one can pray this also again. That she says, let my attachment to my family members be cut off. Huh? 5-10 minutes. Let my attachment to my own sons, Pandavas are devotees. But still she says, let my family attachment be cut off. In a materialistic sense, one should not be attached to family members. So that should be cut off. So she's praying, let my family attachment, please remove that. She's praying. And this is also another daring prayer for a woman. A woman cannot pray, oh, I should not have attachment for my husband and my sons. Anyway, of course, she lived a life of a widow. Life of a widow means she is like a tapaswini. So throughout her life, there is no sense enjoyment. So without sense enjoyment, but she kept her devotion going on and prayed to the Supreme Lord, I am ready to face more problems. So thanking the Supreme Lord also. She's in all this, if somebody undergo all these problems, she would definitely, those devotees will ask Krishna, why you have put me in suffering like this? After all, I wanted to do devotion only. One devotee told me, I don't understand why Krishna, after all, I wanted to do devotion only. Why he has put me in this suffering? Many devotees ask this question. Yeah, after all, we are devotees. Definitely, if we are in a comfortable situation, we will do devotion only. But still, why Krishna put us in this situation? This question arises, but that question never arose in Kunti Maharani's life. That is the greatness. So why, what lesson we have to learn from Kunti is that we need to at least not to that level asking for problems or calamities. At least we should have the tolerance, okay, understanding. Oh, I am suffering because of my own karmic reaction. I am not suffering because Krishna arranged it. This is Krishna's play. No, I am suffering because my own karmic reaction. I have seen Kunti Maharani suffered in her lives like this. I will follow her footsteps to become strong. No demand, no. Some devotees tell that we have a fighting relationship with Krishna. I will ask Krishna, why you are putting me in this condition? You please solve my problem. That was the demand. They never, when problem comes, they prayed and they depend on Krishna. But they never force Krishna to solve their problem. That is also there. Pandavas, they never forced Krishna. And they understand Krishna also because they are so close. No? What Krishna likes, they know, Pandavas, especially Arjun. Arjun was very close. So we learn from Kunti Maharani's life, tolerate, tolerant, tolerating the problem, never grudge, never lament, and depend on Krishna. No negative thinking. Never self-pity, no self-pity also, you see. Never Kunti demanded. At the end of the life, this is also something you have to understand. And we all have to understand that after the everything is done, she could have lived happily with the sons, right? There she could have seen the grandchildren. Parikshit Maharaj came, at least that is the only one uh, great grandchild. She could have lived happily. But when Dhritarashtra and Gandhari left to leave the body in the forest, she also went and left the body in the forest. So great devotees' life are like that, simple. See, it's not pomp and show. Many devotees think that, when I leave, I should have samadhi here, samadhi there. The politicians also, if you see that, especially in Tamil Nadu and all, they want to have their samadhis in the Marina Beach. Here, Kunti Maharani is such a great devotee. How she passed away, nobody knows. This is how devotees leave their body. Nobody knows. I made a research. Oh, how Kunti Maharani left. Then in Bhagavatam only it comes this. Not much description. So all the way great personality. We have to bow down to Kunti Maharani many, many times. And thank her to give us such a big lesson. Such a big lesson. We have to thank her. Kunti Maharani ki jai. Hare Krishna. I end here because so many great personalities described Kunti Maharani's katha. But so here in this class, I was only highlighting the problems she underwent. And so we should be at least try to tolerate our problems in life. Okay. We may not be able to pray like this, but we should tolerate. Okay. I end here. So any comments, any doubts? Anyone has any doubt? No doubts, huh? No comments?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
It's a very nice class Mataji. Really, each and every moment how Kunti Maharani has tolerated the difficulties is truly I mean, we don't have any. What I have to say, not about courage, strength also. I feel so. Sometimes for small things will get overly emotional and could not able to tolerate also for small things. And we will say to Krishna why this is happening, karke. But can we ask Krishna, like in that situation, how exactly we have to, we have to behave for some, because of the reasons,
Yeah.
if some
So we
other
can pray
people
that,
are.
Krishna, whatever you do is for my goodness only. You have,
Mhm.
you have some plan in my life. Maybe I'm undergoing suffering because of my own karmic reaction. So please give me strength to continue my devotion.
Okay, the problems may come. Please give me the strength to continue my devotion. I have
Definitely,
to pray
will
that.
you be able to pray that let there be calamities? Vipata Shantita Shashvat, we may not. So whatever problems
Yeah.
we are having now, let
Uh-huh.
me tolerate that and continue my devotion.
Okay, okay.
Definitely, the
Right.
problems make you very strong.
Yeah,
So do
true.
one thing, whenever problem comes, you do more devotional service.
At that time, it becomes more difficult to do devotion, Mataji, because the place may
Physically
not.
also we become, no, but now you please try.
Uh,
Whenever some problem comes, I do like that. When some
Mhm.
problem comes, I go to temple, sit there. Of course, I have a temple nearby. If you don't have, you please plan to go to temple and then stay there. Um, and don't cry before the deities, but do more chanting and or do more devotional service or recite special prayers. If you cannot go to temple, recite special prayers.
Okay, sure, Mataji. Thank
So,
you.
so we can intensify our devotion. So now there is one chat box question. Why she is praying? Um, Kunti Maharani is praying that she wants the attachment to Pandavas be cut off. Why she is praying? In see, they are devotees only, pure devotees only. We should have attachment to pure devotees. But in any case, if it is bodily attachment or a normal worldly attachment, then it has to be removed. If it turns, there is a minute layer between these two things. We normally says it's attachment to the devotee only. Like that, we justify. She is not. She is sure for that also. She doesn't want to have that bodily attachment with that also. Yeah, definitely they are devotees. ಅಂಕೆ ಕೂತ್ರು. Okay. So that is a layer, thin layer is there, a minute layer is there. That layer, also she wants to be very clear that I don't want to have attachment, any bodily attachment. You please remove that. She has love. Mother should have love for the children. So she could easily, when Yudhishthira Maharaja came into kingdom, she could have stayed back. Is there anything wrong? No. But she went to, like Gardam Muni, after everything is done. Muni is a Muni, okay, is a male. But she is also a yogi, means Bhakti yogi, that she left the kingdom. She could have stayed with the Yudhishthira Maharaja and Pandavas, enjoyed the kingdom with children. Children finally settled. She could have, saw and, when old mothers are there, when the children grow up, when their business come up, the mother becomes happy, right? Okay, so let me see their happiness. For that, she could have stayed, but she didn't. She says, okay, now let me go back to Krishna. So that way, even that point, in that point, she doesn't want to have any attachment. Okay, Niharika.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat
Mm,
Pranam. Uh,
mm,
my question was, you talked about like she committed only one mistake because like she was 16 years old and she could not, like that time we are susceptible to mistakes and there was a guilt throughout her life.
mm.
So I wanted to like maybe get your guidance on how we can deal with the mistakes and the guilt in our life because we are bound to have mistakes, maybe make
Correct.
mistakes.
By continuously asking forgiveness from Krishna, that's it. Because when such thing happened to a young girl, and one thing she can, like Ahalya's life, one mistake happened. So all the whole universe asked her one question. Even Gautama Muni asked her one question. You should know, even if somebody disguised as Gautama Muni and come to you, you should know that this is not my husband. You should know. That question was put to her. So Ahalya underwent severe austerity. Only breathing air, she has to live. So for thousands of years, she was only chanting the holy name of Lord Ram. That's why she had the opportunity to, means blessing to see Lord Ram. Now, so if somebody makes mistake, this is the only way: chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And should not be very proud and arrogant. Some become very proud and arrogant. So this should, at least this should make one very submissive. Yes, now I should be humble, and I should. This way we can remain humble also throughout the life. These mistakes should not make us pride or dominant. We should be humble and then repent for that mistake throughout the life, so that Krishna is pleased.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Here, one more question. When other family members at home are not spiritual, how can we increase our tolerance and maintain a peaceful mindset in such an environment? Today or tomorrow, they have to become devotee. Sometimes, even if they are devotees, we may not improve. If they are non-devotees, you may improve very fast. So at such conditions, our devotion becomes greater. So in one way, that is also good. If they are devotee, we may take it for granted. They are non-devotees, so our speed will become increase. If something is stopped, then we become more powerful. So how to tolerate them? They are supporting you, they are financing you, they are your family members. You have love for them, pray for them, and expect that today or tomorrow they will become devotees. If not, also, you just love them. Here, one thing is, if they are not devotees, the deep attachment will not come. Very deep attachment will not come. Okay, you love them, but if they are devotee only, it is intolerable attachment will come. In one way, that is also good, that if they are not devotees, then you will be balanced. And as women, we have more attachments. Okay, 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 fine. So you please try to adjust with them. Here is a test given by Krishna to you. Then you will have one fine morning, you will find everybody will become devotee and they will support you. For some time it will happen. Sometimes miracles happened in devotees life. Don't worry, have positive mindset. Appreciate their good qualities. Appreciate wherever they do some good to you, then appreciate that. And then be peaceful. Don't argue with the non-devotees. Once you come to know that your family members cannot understand Krishna consciousness, don't present Krishna consciousness to them. Just you follow and don't get disturbed by their non-devotional speech or attitudes. If you keep on argue or have fight or you want to try to make them devotees, then you may receive negativities. So now you stop doing such things and keep going in your own devotion. Then they may follow you. Okay. So she is very strong. Without any argument, don't argue only. You keep quiet and follow your own thing. Then, family member, whoever may be, in-laws or parents, I don't know, they may follow you. You will become their guru. Okay? Okay. Now, Sri, you have asked the question or now we are Sri?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please
Yes, Hare
accept my
Krishna.
humble obeisances. It was very wonderful and amazing class, Mataji. So the way that you described Kunti Maharani's life from the beginning means means what like I learned is like when she was in the childhood and then she got only positivity of getting Durvasa Muni's blessings, and after then once she came to the Hastinapur, like means I am looking my life only means I can't stay with the people means who are like so much envious or some jealousy and all, means how she lead the life being with Duryodhana and Kauravas. Always they were like taunting
Yeah,
on
anytime
Pandavas and all.
death may come, they're threatening partiality, ridicule answers, all these things, abuse, verbal abuse, all these things.
Yeah, so like I was like really I wanted to like bow down to Kunti Maharani again and again. As she says to Krishna, like I have to bow down. So my question is, Mataji, you also told that they were like hiding in a Brahmin's
House.
Vesha, yeah, house and all. So that time when the situation comes, the Rakshasa wanted to give one person. So she was like so much into the house that she was about to give her kid to the Rakshasas. Means that type of detachment, even though means if we think of or if we get that kind of situations, means how we have to deal with that, means we can't deal like Kunti Maharani. So means like I could not understand that a motherly feeling also means she has a love for the kids and also she has the love for the guests who are there, means it was
Yeah,
totally
this is like, thinking of the welfare of the whole village.
yeah
So
very
somebody
like not
should daringly fight
selfishly.
with that Rakshasa, no? So she is also a, great mother. Mother not only for her own children, she's mother of the whole village, whole world, we can say. She's
Yeah,
thinking of the welfare of everyone. That is great, right?
Mataji, that unselfishness won't come to us. Always we think of
Yeah.
ourselves so much.
Our own
Yeah, that
children,
was
our
very.
own this thing. So this is selflessness.
Mhm. Mataji.
Selflessness.
Yeah, very nice, Mataji. I learned
Give
many things, Mataji. Thank you so
from
much
Kunti
for
Maharani.
continuing these classes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you all for your support. We'll meet next Saturday. If you have any other topics, you please let us know. We'll speak on that. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpadarubhasya kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Hare Krishna.